So traders, the big long-term goal I have for this year, especially in the stock market and the S&P 500, is 7,000. I did a video about this just recently, and I truly believe that what we're seeing right now, we're experiencing right now, even though we may get a little bit of short-term more weakness out of this, right, because no one definitely knows what's going to come, I ultimately see that there is going to be a lot more higher prices at the end of the day. Now, what does the at the end of the day actually mean? If I'm utilizing things like what I talked about today, which is the say the S&P 500, at the end of the day, and this is where like a lot of people get really confused, like when it comes to, I did a video and I titled the video a few days ago, the greatest buying opportunity we've seen, in a long time, and it still is, right? A lot of people get really sort of like this is the exact bottom. What I'm all about is this. If I bring up this chart here, this is the bottom chart here. The greatest buying opportunity simply means that around here, this level here, that simply means this level here, when we come back down to here, we're either going to do this and do that, or we're going to just continue straight up. So this whole area through here is one of the greatest buying opportunities. I'm not trying to pick an exact bottom. I don't know when the exact bottom is going to be, but I truly believe that what we're seeing right now is the start of towards the end of this downward leg before we see a really good move to the upside. And not only just a move to the upside, but we actually start to see something really, 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 really strong start to click into place. And that is when we start to see like things like this here, when we start to see this high up here, this high up here, which is these highs up here through here and through there. As you can see, what we're seeing right now is I'm seeing that I do actually have a 7,000, which is right up there through there, right? And I just have this target through here. A lot of people are expecting when it comes to, and if I blow up my charts through here, right, a lot of people are expecting to see this thing actually pause here, roll over and do something like that. You may be right. And that's the beauty about these markets, is we all can have our opinions and what we see. And what I do see is I don't think we're actually at the top of these markets yet, because I'm still seeing a lot of people be in the fear camp and not the greed camp. Right, most people are in this camp here when we start to see tops in the markets, but most people are still in this level through here, which the overall psychology of the market simply says that we may get a little bit more downside to come out of this S&P 500. But my video that I've just done recently is that if we come down through here, we're probably going to hold through here, and then we're probably going to likely to see something like that. So either way, my video that I did, that I titled just a few days ago, which was just titled "The Greatest Buying Opportunity That We've Seen," is still here. I don't know if it's going to be the exact bottom, and some people say, like it's not about this. It's about this whole area here over the next few weeks, and then over the next 1, 2, 3 months. Now I know one day is too long for you guys, right? But please bear in mind, if you want to have big profits out of these markets, big profits is all about jumping on big trends, and big trends take time, right? It's not about getting into today and hoping for the next big massive move over the next 2 days, next 3 days, right? It's saying, okay, over the next 1 to 2 months, let's have a look at 2 months. If I can jump on this, then I can start to generate some really good return. And if you're in some really good opportunities like I am, and if I'm right here, then, just one really good trade can make so much money for you. Right, so that's what I'm looking at here from this perspective here. And so I see there. So 2 levels here, guys, right? 2 different levels that I'm seeing right now of this actual stock market here. The first one is that we actually continue this V shape down, back up and straight up to here to the 7,000 level. That is scenario number 1. And scenario number 2 for me would be that we actually come down through to here, right? We actually come down a little bit more through here. Then we bounce, and then we start to see that being the bottom out of the markets. Now, why do I squeeze my charts up like this here, right? Because there's been some comments about like, John, you're an idiot. Why are you squeezing your charts up through here? Okay, cool. Why I squeeze my charts up? Because this is going to give me a good identification of what's really going on in these markets. No, the trend is not down yet. Someone said, John, but the trend is down right now. No, the trend is not down. What is a downtrend? A downtrend is where it goes down, it rallies up, we create a lower high, and then we break these lows. This lower high here, that's the lower high, but it needs to break this low here to confirm the downward trend, right? Because what can happen sometimes is that when we're looking at trend analysis in the markets, is what I've seen so many times, it'll come down, it'll rally up, it'll come down through here, and you're like, oh, John, but there's a lower low and there's a lower high. That's a downward trend. No, it's not. Because what can happen here easily is it develops into a higher low, and then away we go again. We need to wait for what? A lower high, and then we need to break it past these previous lows. This is confirmation of downward trend. Until we get this, the trend is still up overall. Yes, we're getting a breaking of that upward trend, but the trend is not down yet. Okay, so if you're going to look at trend analysis and what the trend's doing, this is the reason why the trend is still indecision, right? We're not in a very big, strong upward trend anymore, but we're in a very bit of indecision. But what this could be is, as I said before, is just that in the markets there. So let's go look at the Dow Jones. And the Dow Jones today, a bit of a nothing day today. But one thing I'm seeing right now with the Dow Jones is I'm just seeing a really big sort of compression coming up through there. As you can see on this chart through here, really big sort of compression, right? We had this major resistance through here. We've got this major trend lines coming up through here. I see this thing maybe doing something like this here. It may do something like this and then break out, and then away we go again. I don't see this thing being the top in the markets, where even if we did get a little bit more downside to come through here, that'll just mean something like this here, maybe come down into here, and then we start to see the bounce. But either way, guys, I have a 7,000 target on the Dow, S&P, and we'll see how that plans out for us. NASDAQ as well too. The NASDAQ is actually holding below this level through here, which is quite interesting in itself, right? So let's take this off the screen, and we're holding pattern through here on this good old NASDAQ. So what's going to form through here? Now remember, once again, that we need to see a very strong lower high here for it to confirm a downward momentum, right? One thing I'm seeing is I'm still seeing that we're still in a very sort of overall nice upward trending for it through here. The big long-term trend is the most important part to me, right? Which is what? Here, 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 and here. What is those? What is those here's? Here's. So the overall trend on that weekly chart is still strong to the upside. This is one of the reasons why I'm still very bullish overall, because if I blow my charts up, one thing you want to be looking at, you want to look at this market as waves instead of just, and this is where like the weekly charts are still giving me confidence that more come to the upside, because we have a wave up and then a wave down, wave up, wave down, wave up, wave down. And then we've had this wave up and we've come up and we've come down through to here. And what I look for is these major highs, major lows, not these small little ones here. They're not the ones that are most important to me, right? It is the major low. That's the major low there, and that's a major high here. This is really likely to be a major higher low once again. And so when I'm reading the markets and I go through there and I go back down to, say, for example, let's go through here, right? So even when I'm looking at the S&P 500, right, I'm still utilizing this from the major highs and major swings here. Now, once again, what is that? That is the up, down, up, down, up, down. And you can see we've had this all the way up, and then now we've actually come all the way down. Right, yes, we've had these small little ones here and a small little one here, and maybe another, you see these small ones? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the major high, major low, major high, major low, major high, major low. There's small little ones, but I'm looking for the overall flow of the market, right? We can actually have this here like that, right? And we have these small little ones, but the big ones is that and that. That's the overall big long-term trend. And that's why I still believe that the trend is still very strong to the upside. This is just another one of these, another one of these, and another one of these. The trend is still very strongly to the upside from looking at that level through there. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. Let's go look at the good old silver price. Silver price is really starting to really trying to push through that level through there right now, right? Really nice good update on the good old silver price through here. We see that this whole level all through here right now is really trying to push this to the upside. So we could actually start to see this thing potentially have a really nice move, really nice big break up to the upside real soon. Again, silver's starting to really play catch up through here. We're starting to develop some really nice higher lows through here. Nice little upward trend. Here we go from the silver perspective. But The gold is still the warning sign, guys. The gold is still the warning sign. Again, the danger of this gold here, and what's happening here is we're really pushing this last leg to the nth degree on gold. And the last thing you want to do, guys, is remember, the worst time to get in any market is when the market has already made a big move. We just know that from looking at how these markets work. If the market's been going up, in this case for a month, the last thing you want to do is start to enter here to try to capitalize on something like that. That is the worst time to be entering the market. So as a trader, not an investor, as you can see, what's happening through here is we've had a complete strong vertical move to the upside. We're still slowly heading towards the upside, but we're running out of steam, guys. Okay. If you remember, you want to be getting into trade that has the potential of making a big move, right? Because we want to make a big profit in the market, so it requires a big move. The thing is that big moves don't come in the markets after the big move has already happened, right? When the big move has already happened, like it has here from 2,600 to 3,000, that's already a pretty big move in the market. So there's a lot of danger through there, guys, from a trading perspective. At least for me, there is no way I'm looking for a good bullish setup right now on the gold market. I am stage left right now in the gold market. The last 12 months, I've had a handful of two really amazing high quality trades out of the gold, both really successful trades. I'm very, very, very selective on the trades that I use. And you'll be able to see all those, when it comes to the trading system that I use. You can see the free trading course, the link in the description there. Or if you like to, join my coaching program where I'm coaching you actually every day through the trade selection, trade management, the emotional management side of things, cut and loss of short, letting profits run, all that sort of stuff that goes into good trading. Then there's also that second link in the description there. You can apply for the coaching as well. And I'll speak to you on the phone by looking at this level through here, looking at the actual... the gold mining sector as well too. Gold mining sector really, 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 really strong through here. So another nice little update. Once again, you want to be careful. Actually, to me, I stay away from it. I'm not going to use the word careful. I'm going to just tell you what I do. I stay away. If the market's already made a nice move through here, I am not looking to get up here. We're already starting to make a nice move. It's been going up all this time. I'm not looking to get up here. It's already been going up now for the last few weeks. Worst time to be looking for a trade. Now, a trade, remember guys, could be anywhere from a few days to me to up to say a few weeks. And then in some cases, I'm in a trade for the course of a month or more in the markets from there. So that's what I'm looking at there when it comes to the actual stock market, gold, and also silver and the mining sector there today, traders. Let's go look at the good old USO as well too, because the USO is one of those markets that I'm keeping an eye on myself. And as you can see, we're really starting to squeeze up through here. If we do start to get the rollover here, guys, and this is where, I don't want you to be a lover of any market. I don't care about any markets. I just care where the opportunities are. Whether it's in the oil market for a good short opportunity. Right now, there's amazing buying opportunities in the actual stock market itself. Gold's giving me a warning to stay away for trading opportunities, right, guys? Not long-term buy and hold is different. But trading opportunities, you must stop yourself from being so dogmatic around any market and be flexible and look at all these markets, because there's opportunities in oil, there's opportunities in the gold mining stocks, there's opportunities in the ETFs, there's opportunities in the stock market right now. There's also warning signs to stay away from low probability situations, which is gold right now. So I've got a question for you. How long have you been trading the markets for? Has it been 1 year? Has it been 2 years? Has it been 5 years? If it's been less than 5 years and you're still doing it tough, I want to share something with you. My first 5 years, I lost $250,000. I was about to quit. I was about to give up. Because I was going down the same path that you're probably going down right now, right? Which is the discovery. You go down this path of discovery, right? Especially when you don't know anything about the financial markets. When it comes to fundamentals, and we realize the way that we think is actually wrong, not understanding the markets, looking at indicators, different systems, different approaches, different opinions, and so on and so forth, right? So, I want to encourage you to use the word yet, okay? You haven't got it yet. And just like anything, right? I heard the word compound pounding recently, right? Who wins at the end of the day? Is it the rock or is it the water? We know the water, right? But you haven't got it yet, okay? But one of the big things I really want you to do is that now you've probably learned a lot of stuff about the markets. It's time to get real about, okay, if I actually want to be part of the people who actually do well out of trading, which is not a lot, right? It's only a few percent. I need to start hanging around those people. I need to start getting those distinctions, you know what I mean? I need to start learning about what is it that's going to, you know, get me down that path of actually, you know, going down the path of doing really well in the market, you know what I mean? So, but you haven't got it yet. Now, one of the things that really sort of helped me was reading the Market Wizards books. If you haven't read the Market Wizards books, especially the first one, or all of them, but that neutralized my journey. That some people went 10 years without making any money. So the question I've got to ask you is that, and then also the second thing that sort of helped me out when it comes to me and my trading, was that I looked at my life and like, okay, it's two different plans. One, I can stick at this and I can slowly get better. Right? Now, slowly get better, which simply means reaching out for help, right? Asking for help. That's the best thing I did. I actually said, okay, I'm learning a lot of stuff, but I'm not actually getting the meat and potatoes here. So reaching out for help, right? Really doing that. And if you're interested in getting some help, I've got a coaching program. You can see the link in the description there. You can see all the details about that. But the one thing I want to neutralize your journey, right? Because I was there. And so the first thing is Market Wizards books help me understand that if you go through a bit of a time, 2, 3, 4, 5 years sometimes, like I've just, oh my goodness, man, I just can't seem to get ahead in these markets. I understand. I understand. But the thing that I used in my mind was, I've got two paths here. I've been trading the markets now for 20 years, right? So this is 15 years ago I was going through this. I've got two paths here. In the next 10 years, I'm going to arrive somewhere. In the next 5 years, I'm going to arrive. All right, in 2030, you are going to arrive somewhere. If you keep going at this thing called trading, and you keep going, and you keep learning, you keep getting mentoring, getting proper coaching, I promise you, you have a major high probability of being part of the top few percent who crush it in the trading, make a lot of money, make a top 1% income, and absolutely just crush it, right? If you don't quit, right? But it's challenging, right? It's hard. It's the strategy. It's understanding the strategy. And then it comes down to us, right? Which is the most important part. Like, us just understanding the game, like, realize that probably at least 60% of the time you're not going to be doing anything. That's how successful trading is throughout the year. So, that's the first plan, right? Is obviously to do that. The second plan is to quit on this, go get a job, and know for the next 50 years of my life, I'm going to be stuck in a job that I hate for the rest of my life. Which one sounds better to you? Stick at something even if it takes another 5 years to get it? Or that? And obviously the first part, I said 10 years. First, when I was going through this in 5 years, I said 10 years. I said, even if this takes me 10 years in total, right, which is another 5 years on top of all that, even if this takes me 10 years to figure out, that is such a better plan than doing that. So I hope this helps you out there, day traders. Remember, you haven't got it yet, but just understand that there is a gap there, right? And the two different things. You can go out there to yourself, or you can get some help to help you through that. So have a good day, guys.